Welcome to episode 17. Yeah, crap, I didn't shout the podcast last time. I forget all of
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome to the Anispective cast, where we do not condone impersonating other people. Listen, defamation is a crime. You will get sued for that.
Yeah. Even if you're impersonating a criminal.
Even if you're impersonating a criminal. Actually, that's a... Hang on, maybe this is actually kind of brilliant. I didn't even think about that.
Because if the criminal wants to sue, they have to reveal
have to
themselves.
show up in court. Yeah. Oh man, I hit the wrong key and that looked horrible, but that was great. But yeah.
Yeah, I just remembered a good gag that this episode has going through it, where Seven Colors, the chameleon Medabot here, throughout the episode is like trying to praise like his partner, but he keeps like it's like underhanded or like bad like compliments and praise, and it's like it's like, oh, you're so good at stalking people, or like backhanded compliments.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I'd say this episode would be annoying for people. This was great. This is a good one.
Yeah, this episode is all kinds of like stupid and funny. Like Phantom Thief Retort goes and steals a medal, and like as he's escaping, he like flies up in a balloon and like bonks his head on a bridge and like just hurts his forehead. Cut to the shop the next day, and I think his name's Hikaru, the shopkeeper. Has a bandage on his head, and it's like, yeah,
And how did you? Yeah, all right.
I think Erica asks him, and he's like, oh well, you know.
Yeah, it's like, oh, listen, that's not something that just happens. And Icky shows up, and he's like, oh yeah, this is totally something that just happened.
Yeah, because Icky also has just the forehead injury. It's so stupid, and it's like, I don't know.
It's a pretty good alibi.
Yeah, but it's like, Hikaru, I don't know, just tell them that you were getting a heavy Medabot part off a shelf and it fell on you. Done.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty easy excuse, but it wouldn't be a good excuse for a kid's show. Although, I do have to wonder, how did he get that bump?
I don't know. Who knows?
I know, it's, because, who else even had a head injury? It could have been him, right? Yeah, no way.
I mean, surely it's Icky, right?
Yeah.
Not like we've ever seen the Phantom Thief Retort and Icky on screen at the same time.
I mean, what are you talking about? We caught the Phantom Thief, and that fraud stole his mask and ran away. Yeah. Yeah, so freaking there is a journalist with a chameleon bot who is just tracking like down the Phantom Thief for his like implied heavily not accurate journal.
It's like the freaking Inquirer
news paparazzi thing.
Yeah, it's like the friggin' like Inquirer, like the magazine or newspaper or whatever. That's like, oh, aliens discovered in wherever, you know.
Yeah,
that kind of bullcrap.
Aliens discovered in Central Park. It's like, hard cut to the Men in Black buying the copy. There's like, yeah, most accurate source of news on the planet.
Yeah, so I thought he was like a what's it, a detective or something, like something reputable at first, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's like we got a detective like chasing down a Phantom Thief Retort. Nah, he's just some sleazy reporter guy.
He's just some scumbag. Oh man, he's just some scumbag who doesn't know what he's doing. He's on the right track, but he's really bad at it.
Yeah, and of course this will cause conflict with Erica later.
Yeah, of course. It's good to know Erica gets to one-up him, and she is the most goofy publication, which I totally should have screenshot, where she just puts out a retraction for his paper, like, oh, the fake Phantom Thief unmasked, it was a hoax, this journal is bad or whatever, and it's like, it's not translated in the subtitles, but there's like clearly like, big red like kanji underlined with like arrows and stuff as the most clickbait thing ever. That's so
I mean,
good.
we already know that like in present day, if Erica was like still doing reporting work, she would totally do like clickbait articles.
Yeah, she would totally be the listen. She would totally Photoshop Logan Paul next to an alien and use that as her thumbnail. And what a disgusting thing to do, using Logan Paul's headshot in an unrelated video for clicks. Who would ever do that?
Who indeed?
Who indeed? Such a lowlife. Oh man. If you're watching stream only, that joke's gonna go way over your head. It's great. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Check out the Medabots archive. Well, it's not just from Medabots, but check out the archive channel.
Right, my channel, yeah. I thought you were talking like the wiki or something.
Nah.
Yeah, check out youtube.com/Dethhollow. I think that's what it is. It should work. It should work, and we should have playlists up, I think.
Maybe. Who knows?
Hopefully, if I haven't screwed something up horribly, they should be good. Oh, man.
But yeah, a lot of this episode is this scumbag reporter like stalking Icky because he also has a head injury.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't know if Icky is the culprit, but we also don't know that Icky isn't the culprit. So maybe it could be him. I don't know. It's possible.
How did Icky say he got his head injury? I don't remember.
He was on his way into the bathroom and he like slipped on a bar of soap as he was trying to use it in the toilet and bonked his head on the sink or something.
Yeah, he like slammed his head into the bathtub or something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just the most absurd series of events, and it just kind of worked.
Considering the comedy of this series, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. Oh man. And so it's like they do the thing, and it's like, all right, yeah. We have two people with head injuries. One of them is the Phantom Thief. Clearly, it must be the small child.
Clearly,
there'd be no other explanation.
With access to the fancy gadgets.
Yeah, he is very skittish about answering this question. Clearly, that must mean he's guilty, right?
Yeah, of course.
What else could it mean? I mean, what else even?
Oh yeah, the Phantom Thief, I think we forgot to mention this, but the Phantom Thief lost his mask when he was escaping.
Alright, yeah, he lost his mask, so it's like the fake paparazzi guy, well, I guess he's a real paparazzi, but it's like that guy found it, and he's like, okay, if I have the mask, maybe I can lure out the thief. And he's like, what possible means can I use to, like, lure out a known criminal? Oh, I know. What if?
What if I just make him look really bad in public?
What if I just make him look really, really bad? And they'll just have to come out just to stop me, right? Because what else is he gonna do? Not do something to stop this?
So yeah, basically he goes around and steals from vending machines and just makes a general fool of himself while wearing the Phantom Thief mask.
He steals from a vending machine. He runs around and like rips his pants, and Seven Killers gets a bunch of shots of his like strawberry underpants or whatever with like patterns on 'em and stuff. And then it's like we have my favorite of all, the one where he goes up to a freaking manga rack. And he just, just starts reading books without paying while eating free samples or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just, everyone's just looking at him like he's the biggest lowlife. Perfectly deserved, mind you, but still.
Yeah. Like I
man.
said, this image is really good.
It's not my favorite one of the three examples, but it's the funniest visual. Like, the costume doesn't even really film, but it's like, yeah, he's doing his thing.
It's just like, it's like his expression while the mask is like partially covering his face. It's just really funny looking.
Oh no, look, the Phantom Thief is stealing babies from a candy. Oh no, watch out. You over there, the Phantom Thief is like prank calling people and delivering them like 50 pizzas in a row. What an evil, horrible monster. Oh god, he's calling the sushi place too. Who does that?
Who would do such a thing?
Who would do such a thing? Oh man, I'm having way too much fun with these dumb expression shortcuts. I hope people are enjoying this, because I sure am. But yeah, so they just going around like being a pest, just being at some point you'd imagine the public's going to kick his ass before the Phantom Thief does.
Yeah, but no. I think he publishes an article and he's like he gets all these embarrassing shots, and then he also blames Icky for being the Phantom Thief.
Yeah.
And so Icky's getting like all these bad looks from people and like talking about him and stuff, and it's like, okay, we got to put an end to this.
You're ruining the wrong person's life here, please. You have to understand. Oh man.
Yeah, so they hunt him down, and it's like, all right, we're gonna have a row battle just to deal with this.
Listen, the only way to solve this is with mech-to-mech combat. Medabots, you got this. Right, we should probably mention there is a row battle before this point, right? Yeah.
Was there?
Technically not a row battle, but there was some form of, I guess you could consider it a conflict.
Okay, it's what we were talking about in the previous thing.
Yeah, there's a moment of like freaking like Seven Colors trying to sneak into Icky's room for evidence. And he just sneaks in, he trips over Medabots, and then in his sleep, Icky is like, Medabots, use submachine gun. And Medabots actually does it, and he just like
opens
wins.
fire on him.
Yeah. Should I even count this as a fight or not? I have no idea.
Probably not, because the intention wasn't to fight on either side.
Yeah, that makes... I feel like, intention to actually fight seems pretty important for an actual, like, fight to occur, huh?
Yeah, it was just a weird freak accident.
Like, if you're just randomly, like, firing a gun into the air and you happen to shoot down a Medabot, I don't think it's fair to say you, like, really won anything there.
Yeah.
You just kind of got lucky and you ran to someone who sucked and they got really unlucky. I feel like that's a fair assessment, yeah.
Yeah, so no win-loss there.
Holy crap, every single episode of this series is like forcing me to deeply question the seemingly very straightforward question of what is a robot fight? Every single one.
Hey, at least it keeps things interesting.
At least it gives us something to talk about.
Yep. So yeah, we actually do get like a real fight. What is it? This one, like Mr. Referee's like playing on the like playground equipment or something.
Yeah, like, does he come down the slide because they're a little, like, playground? Or am I mixing it up with Charlie Bear?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I might be mixing this up with Charlie. Whatever, it's the same basic deal, yeah.
Yeah.
God, last episode didn't even have an official Mr. Referee fight, did it?
I already... No, it didn't.
No, yeah. Yeah, this is our...
Yeah, because Seeds didn't actually fight Medabots, not really.
So that means this is our first actual fight out of these 3 episodes, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, immediately, like, Icky's like, okay, well, this rod turns invisible, so I'm going to part swap Mubby out, and here, use Doc Study's arm. It's actually coming back. We're actually making use of this thing.
And it's actually really good. And of course, to demonstrate that, yeah, Icky knows what he's doing most of the time is like, yeah he knew this was coming.
This is one of those things where it's like, listen, if you have your protagonist actually be smart, you can solve so much conflict so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would be like, oh, well, the protagonist can't always win. It's like, you're right, but it's fun when he mostly wins.
Yeah, 83% is nothing to sneeze at, but it's also less than I'd expect. But yeah, I can easily imagine a version of this fight where it's like, oh no, he turns invisible. Quick, maybe shoot up dirt or something, and they use that to try and track where he is. And it's like, no, we've earned this victory already. Then maybe just stabs the ground with Doc Study's arm. Just shoots out little, like, sonic waves. He pinpoints his location, and he's like, okay, there he is. And he just opens fire and beats him.
Shoot him.
Yeah, Gum, he's on the freaking jungle gym. He's on the, like, slide play set, whatever you call it. Don't worry about it. We got him immediately. We just got him.
Yeah, I don't remember, but does Medabots just instantly win? Like, just one shot and he wins?
Pretty much. Like, he shoots a few shots in, like, a burst, but yeah, pretty much just one-shots him.
Okay, yeah.
It's like one barrage of bullets and Sun Killers... No, right, yeah, because he shoots with a spray of bullets and Sun Killers falls down and they finishes him with the horn missile.
Yeah, that's right.
So technically doesn't one-shot him, but he does essentially one-shot him, like, for all intents and purposes. It's about the same.
In one series of attacks, Medabots wins.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, he beats him, does the thing. It's like, yeah, immediately they just win the thing, they make the guy no, they don't make him give the mask back, it just, like, flies off or something, and the real Phantom Thief just grabs it and flies away.
So that's actually a different moment. They're actually, like, back at the store or something, and they're, like, arguing with the reporter guy again, and then, like, he goes off into the park to do some bull crap, and then they go off after him, and then they get a random phone call from Phantom Thief Retort, and he's like, go meet in the park or whatever, and we'll get the proof or whatever, and then they go.
Yes, and they just gets the mask, I get. Alright, yeah, and that's when they, like, fight him and stuff, right?
Yeah, something happens, and he loses the mask. Also, Rakusho shows up.
Yeah, Rakusho shows up a few times, and the Phantom Thief is just like, oh, I'll take your rare mail next. And, Rakusho's just like, what weird thing to say. And he's like, I don't understand. And Phantom
I,
Thief just
I,
runs off.
I think that might be one of the bigger sticking points of this episode is Rakusho isn't aware, like, he's like, is my metal special or something?
Yeah.
And he's trying to get answers out of Retort, and he just won't give him a clear answer.
Like one of the few big plot things is that he's like, oh yeah, I'll take your rare mail next. And he's like, is it special? Huh? And the Phantom Thief just flies off, and he's like, so he knows something. Okay. And yeah, as we probably guessed, it seems like the metal being rare is why Rakusho is sentient. So yeah, that makes sense. That adds up, honestly. That makes a lot of sense, I think. So yeah, they just kind of do that, and he just gets away, and I think that's the episode, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, we get this really funny visual that I just want to throw up for the sake of it before we move on or whatever. Where, yeah, here we go. Yeah. It's freaking, like, the freaking journalist as Medabot just being completely inconspicuous, as you can see.
Yeah, of course.
Just absolutely unnoticeable right now. So that's pretty great. That's pretty good. And, yeah, anything else we really want to say?
Nah, not really.
Nah, fun episode was fun. I don't think there's much else to really add. Like, this is just the good one of the bunch. I like this one.
Yeah.